Let this small circle represent 1 million. Not bad, right? Now this is what $10 million looks like. And this is what $100 million looks like. And finally, this is what $1 billion looks like. Jeff Bezos. His net worth is 117 times this amount. And then there's you. Right now, you're probably working a job you don't love. You studied for years, got your degree, and yet your paycheck barely covers rent. Savings? Almost none. Debt? Always there. And no matter how hard you work, it feels like you're stuck. Meanwhile, you see millionaires and billionaires pop up out of nowhere. People your age or younger, buying mansions, luxury cars, and traveling the world. How? Were they just lucky? Did they cheat the system? Were they born rich? Or is there something they understand about money that you don't? Because here's the truth. If you don't know the real game of money, you'll never win it. You've been lied to about how wealth actually works. And today, I'm going to show you the equation that the rich use to build their fortune, step by step. And no, this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a science, a proven system. And if you follow it, you won't just make money, you'll buy back the most valuable thing of all, your time. So are you ready? Let's go. The wealth gap and common misconceptions. Let's talk about the system, the one they never wanted you to question. From the moment you were born, you were told a story. Work hard, go to school, get good grades, get a degree, and find a stable job. Follow this path, and eventually you'll be successful, right? But if that's true, why do so many people who did everything right still struggle financially? You see, most people are trapped in a broken formula, and they don't even realize it. Sounds logical, right? Work hard, get a paycheck. But here's the problem. This equation is a trap, because your time is limited. If you earn $20 per hour, working 40 hours a week, how long do you think it will take to make $1 million? The answer: 24 years. And that's without spending a single cent on rent, food, or taxes. And let's not forget inflation. By the time you hit $1 million, it won't even be worth what it is today. So ask yourself, is this really the path to wealth? Or is there another way? Here's what the rich know that you don't. Money isn't about effort, it's about value. Think about it. A janitor works physically harder than a CEO, but who gets paid more? Because in a capitalist world, you're not paid for how hard you work. You're paid based on how much value you create. And that's where most people go wrong. The rich don't chase money. They chase problems. And they find ways to solve them at scale. 68% of the world's wealthiest people are self-made. They weren't born into riches. They created value the market wanted, and the market rewarded them for it. So the question is, how can you do the same? In the next section, I'll break down the real wealth equation, the formula that turns ordinary people into millionaires. Stay with me. The truth is, wealth isn't a lottery of luck, the byproduct of an inherited fortune. It follows a predictable equation, one that starts in the mind. And here's where it gets interesting. Many of our beliefs about money are not our own. They're implanted by our upbringing, our schools, and the society around us. Imagine being taught that your worth is measured by a paycheck, that the only way to secure your future is to climb a corporate ladder. This mindset, while comforting in its simplicity, actually discourages the kind of bold, entrepreneurial thinking that builds real wealth. What if we flipped the script? What if we learned that the road to wealth isn't paved solely with hard work in a cubicle, but with creativity, risk-taking, and a deep understanding of how money really works? That's the mindset shift we need. One where you start seeing opportunity instead of limitations. Let's break down the equation we've all been taught. Money equals the salary you earn from a job. On paper, it sounds straightforward and fair. You work hard, you get paid, and eventually you save enough to live comfortably. But here's the catch: time is finite. This is why, for most people, following the traditional path means spending the majority of your life working with little chance to enjoy the freedom or wealth you truly desire. Now, here's the exciting part. The truly wealthy don't follow the old equation. They understand that money isn't just a product of hours worked, it's a function of value. In our modern economy, what really matters is the perceived value you create and how the market responds to it. Consider this: why are top athletes paid so much more than someone doing a manual job? It's not necessarily because they work harder. It's because their performance is tied to an enormous fan base and market demand. Their value is recognized and rewarded on a global scale. The rich have figured out that instead of chasing a paycheck, they should be solving problems, big problems that the market is eager to pay for. When you create a solution that meets a pressing need, you're not just earning money, you're earning the market's trust, attention, and ultimately, its dollars. So shift your focus from merely working for a salary to building something of real value. Ask yourself, what problems do people face every day? How can I create a solution that the market will reward? This isn't just about making money, it's about creating a legacy of innovation and impact. Remember, the path to wealth isn't about how many hours you clock in, it's about how much value you deliver. Stop trading time for money and start trading ideas for impact. That's the better equation, and that's how true wealth is built. The secret to wealth: solving problems. Imagine this: every problem you see around you is not just an inconvenience, it's an opportunity. An opportunity waiting for someone to solve it and get rewarded. If you solve a problem worth millions, you have the potential to make millions in return. Sounds simple, right? Yet it's a secret most people overlook. Look at Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Oprah Winfrey. These self-made titans didn't inherit their fortunes. They identified huge problems and crafted ingenious solutions. Take shopping, for example. Before Amazon, the hassle of going to a store was a problem. Long queues, limited options, and wasted time. Bezos looked at this frustration and said, "What if I could deliver everything to your doorstep, faster and cheaper?" That simple shift in perspective, seeing problems as opportunities, changed the game. And that's the first rule of wealth. Stop chasing money, start chasing solutions. Ask yourself, what do people complain about? What frustrates them daily? What would make life easier if solved? When you identify a problem that matters, you're on the path to creating value. And value, my friends, is what the market pays for. Imagine if you took one of those everyday problems and solved it. What if you built a service, a product, or a system that millions of people need? That's how fortunes are built, one solution at a time. So remember this: find a problem, solve it brilliantly, and the money will follow. The power of scalability and automation. Now that you've identified a problem and built a solution, here's the next big question. How do you turn a good idea into a wealth-building machine? Let's face it. When you work a regular job, your time is the most precious and most limited resource. For instance, if you earn $20 an hour working 40 hours a week, how long until you hit that coveted $1 million mark? Nearly 24 years if everything goes perfectly. And that's without considering expenses, taxes, or inflation. That's why the real secret is scalability. You need a system that isn't limited by the number of hours in a day. Consider this. A yoga instructor might earn $100 per hour in a live class, but there's only so many hours in a day. Now imagine creating an online course that runs continuously, reaching hundreds or even thousands at once. Suddenly your income isn't tied to your time. This is the essence of scalability, taking a solution and making it work for an ever-expanding market without requiring your constant presence. And here's where automation steps in. Automation lets your business run like a well-oiled machine. Instead of manually handling every task, you create systems that work for you around the clock. Think about it. Once you set up the right processes, you can focus on growing your business, innovating new solutions, or even enjoying the freedom that comes with not being tied to a 9-to-5 grind. Scalability and automation are the ultimate multipliers of wealth. They turn your solution from a small side project into a global phenomenon. So how do you ensure your solution is scalable? First, think big. Ask, Can this solution reach thousands or even millions without me doing extra work each time? Second, leverage technology. Build systems, automate repetitive tasks, and delegate wisely. When you design your business to be scalable, you're not just building a company, you're building a legacy. And that's the power that turns ideas into fortunes. In the next part, we'll explore how to leverage these strategies to not only build wealth, but to create the freedom you've always dreamed of. Stay tuned. Your journey to financial freedom is just getting started. Business and exit strategies. How the ultra-rich cash out. So you've built a solution, scaled it, and automated the system. Now comes a crucial crossroads. What do you do next? Do you keep nurturing your business or cash in on your hard work? For many successful entrepreneurs, the answer is both, but in stages. Let's break it down. First, if you're the kind of person who lives and breathes your business, you might choose to continue growing it. You'll reinvest profits, expand your market, and add new features or products that increase your company's value over time. This path is about creating a legacy. Think about companies like Amazon or Tesla. Their founders didn't stop at one milestone. They kept pushing boundaries, and their businesses continue to evolve. On the other hand, some entrepreneurs choose to sell their business when the time is right. Look at Instagram's acquisition by Facebook for a staggering $1 billion or PayPal's sale to eBay. These deals not only rewarded the founders with a massive payout, but they also validated the market's belief in their vision. The decision to sell is strategic. It's about knowing when you've created enough value and when the market conditions are optimal. Once you sell, you have the capital and sometimes the freedom to pursue new challenges or simply enjoy the fruits of your labor. Whether you choose to grow or sell, the point is clear. Every step you take is a strategic move towards building wealth. It's not just about the money. It's about leveraging your hard work into opportunities that set you free. The real goal: financial freedom and time. After all the hustle, the scaling, and the strategic exits, you might be wondering, what's it all for? The answer is both simple and profound. It's not just about making money, it's about gaining freedom. Financial freedom isn't measured by the zeros in your bank account, but by the priceless gift of time. Think about it. Every hour you work for someone else is an hour you'll never get back. Every minute spent tied to a job that barely fuels your passion is a minute that could be spent exploring, creating, or simply being with the ones you love. True wealth is the freedom to choose how you spend your time. It's the ability to wake up every day without the nagging worry. Do I have enough money for this? When you build a business that scales and provides passive income, you're not just chasing dollars. You're buying back your most valuable asset, your time. So ask yourself, is trading years of your life for a paycheck really worth it? Or is it time to invest in yourself, solve problems, and build a future where you're the master of your own destiny? Remember, the real goal isn't just wealth. It's the freedom to live life on your own terms. And that freedom begins with the choices you make today.